All right, looks like we live, man. So what's going on? It's your boy Killer Fam 69. About to drop the 69, will just be Killer Fam. But we're here with your boy BEEARSENO. We both seen Child's Play two separate times. I seen it the first day it came out. He went Saturday. And we just wanted to give our honest opinions about it and just kind of give, like, while it's still fresh in our heads, just kind of a quick review or how we felt about it. So, B, go ahead. I'll let you start. With
All right.
the,
Well, all right. So first off,
sorry, real quick. Hold on. This is gonna be full spoilers, by the way.
Well, no, not yet. Let's not
okay,
do.
right.
Let's wait a few minutes because we got them shitheads that like to wait till the shit comes on TBS to watch it, and we can't talk about it for like 8 years. So, but let's see. Let's start with what's our history with Child's Play? What's your favorite one, and what's like our history? Like, okay, so like for me, my least favorite one would probably be 2, and then my favorite one would probably be between 3 and Curse of Chucky.
Wow, that's pretty different because, like, to me, I think 2's the best one out of all of them. But as far as history goes, I'm gonna start off from the beginning. I've been watching Child's Play since I was 4 years old. I seen the first one. I think it came out 88, 89, and 88. Yeah. I was terrified. Like, I literally I've been scared of Chucky my whole life. Like, at least the first 2 movies. The third one, like, it started to get a little silly from the third one up. But back then we played with toys, and that's why that movie was scary, because imagine like one of your toys coming to life trying to kill you or take your soul or whatever. So it had like a little bit of a fear to it, you know what I mean? Like, most definitely was hitting home, especially when you're a kid. And like, just like the whole creepiness, the music, the little, I don't know, like chime sound like, or you see that nigga, like, it was just everything. The whole atmosphere of the original was so creepy and scary.
Yeah, first one was scary as shit, and then the box art, because like I didn't see it in a theater. Yeah. I saw it like from a rental. Like, that box art was scary as shit.
Right, too. That was the shit you look away from when you be walking past it. Like, you don't look at it. Yeah, man. Because the first one, I remember that we used to rent it from 7-Eleven. We had a 7-Eleven up the street from us. They used to rent movies, and it was pretty fucking scary. But the second one, I remember the trailer coming out for the second one, and him like with the scissors cutting the fucking Jack in the Box and shit. And like,
that was the second one.
Yeah, everything about that was just fucking scary, man. But
look, let's go back to the first one. Okay. How do you feel about the way him possessing the doll came about? And this is a setup for something later.
Yeah.
So we got a serial killer running from the cops. He's in the toy store, and then he does a voodoo spell on a toy, and then his spirit, his essence, gets transferred into that. How you feel about that?
I mean, it made sense at the time. I mean, everything was original back then. Like, it was a good idea. It was fucking voodoo. I didn't know, you know what I mean? Like, everything just made sense. I didn't know why.
Man, that shit don't make sense. It's original, but it didn't make sense, man.
I mean, it's voodoo, nigga. He was saying all day do it, Dumbella, dog.
Dumbella, yeah. Give me the powers I beg you.
Right?
Yeah.
But he had the closest thing. That was, he was dying. He's like, he knew he was about to die, so he had to do what he had to do. Like, you know what I mean? He could have put himself in a transformer or something and been crazy, but he put himself in my Buddi doll. That would have been scary for you. Nah, you would have been terrified if your Transformers was coming to life trying to kill you.
But, I think there's just a big plot hole from from when he possessed the doll, then when he got to Andy's house, and that's when he waited to come to life. And then like, why didn't you come to life?
And then, well, there was plots to that. There's reason for that though. Like, not because why he waited to come to life. Why didn't he just like dip out the toy store right away?
Because he did go see the voodoo guy again, and then I think the rule in the first one was he had to possess the first human he came in contact with. Is that right?
That he shared his secret with, that he was alive.
Okay, somebody
And
fact
that's why
check
he
that.
was like, it is. That's the facts. Trust me, I'm scarred for life.
No, I'm saying
It,
I don't remember. That's why
so
I'm
what
not
it
saying
was,
you're
he was
wrong,
like,
but
you have to share it with the first person you shared the secret with, and that's why he started laughing, like, I'm about to be an 8-year-old boy again, or whatever the fuck he said.
okay.
So,
Y'all look in the
don't
comments. Y'all fact check that for me so that I know, because I'm just guessing right now, because it does change later on.
Yeah, it gets real dumb.
I mean,
They lose their way, but in all fairness, I don't think the creator of the first one, he didn't come back until what Colt Chucky, I believe. Colt
oh shit,
Mancini or whatever his name is. But
I don't know.
yeah. So the first one, he I think the reason why they were on the run, I don't remember if they were like bank robbers. I don't think they were serial killers at first. Like I feel like they were bank robbers or something.
No, Charles Lee Ray was a serial killer.
What about his boy?
Right.
It wasn't like he had like a boy that like he like that's how he was like reason why he was running because his getaway driver, like his homie left him or some shit.
I think
And that's why he went to go kill him.
I think we might be cross contaminating two movies here.
No, like I'm pretty sure. Because remember, he had Andy take over the dude's house and he turned the gas on and like blew him up because that was like his partner.
I thought that was the voodoo guy.
No, he killed the voodoo guy with the voodoo doll. He killed some white dude.
Oh first. Yeah. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, he killed a white dude first, and he did that after. Yeah, he did that, but I'm pretty sure that was like his partner that bailed on him or some shit.
Okay.
But he like blew him up, and then he did the voodoo doll. His aunt Karen got killed. Was she the first victim? His babysitter.
I think so. The one who threw out the window, right?
Yeah, he hit her in the head with the hammer, and she stumbled out. And her little footprints was in the flower, and they thought it was Andy killing everybody.
Right. Remember that for later. But okay, so then what happens is so over a period of time, the doll starts to become human. And wasn't there a stipulation where he had to get out by a certain time frame?
Or he's stuck in that body.
Okay.
And I feel like was that the second one where they did that, where he did it. He successfully did it, but he took too long, and he like his nose was bleeding on Andy and shit.
No, because I kind of want to get to the second one off of that, because like the way he was brought back in the second one, whereas the factory took the head and cleaned the head up and then put it on another body, and poof, he's alive again. The third one,
and the second, his blood dripped into the plastic and that's how he came back in the third one.
Okay, and was I right on the second one? That's how he came back.
They had something to do, like, I don't know if his ass just got kickstarted. I never did understand how he came back to life in the second one. You know what I mean?
I remember one, they were like,
they refurbished them. They most definitely refurbished them. They like scraped all the burnt shit off them.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't understand how he came back though. Yeah. So, but let's see.
So
hey, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm gonna give a shout out to Bushwick Bill. Bushwick Bill just died. He had I think his most famous song was based off of Chucky, and he did have a Chucky-ish character on stage. So
yeah, he did get to see it. Yeah, I seen somebody. Yeah, everybody was sad about that, but yeah.
The song is Child's Play. Y'all check that out. It's pretty slamming. So where we at? We're on 3 now. So 3, Andy's older, and he's at
military camp,
military school, and it's the first time I see a Sega Game Gear.
That was the first time the little black boy had it.
Yep. On the bus.
Was that before Surf Ninjas?
I don't know who Surf Ninjas, man.
You never seen Surf Ninjas, Dom, or Ernie Reyes Jr.?
Nah, man.
You gotta get you ain't in the retro bag, dog. You need to go see Surf Ninjas. Rob Schneider.
I don't know, bro. It's like something I feel like I'm too hard to have seen.
Tone Loc. All right, man. Anyways, Surf Ninjas was great. But back to Child's Play. Yeah, 3. I feel like 3 was when it started getting silly. Like the jokes started coming in.
I know. I don't remember like comedy in 3. I remember he switched out the paintballs with real bullets.
That was fucked up, right? Yeah. And then dude jumping on the grenade.
Okay. Then he was gonna possess the little black dude. So now we got they're breaking the rules now.
Did he say I'm about to be a brother?
Yeah, cause yeah.
Because it's
And I
90s.
remember that when you said earlier I'm about to be an 8-year-old, and I remember
Right.
him saying he's about to be a brother or a soul
Outrageous.
brother or something. It was offensive, you know. You
The
could get away
90s.
with saying some pretty wild shit back then, and
Right.
can't do that
He
now.
said, I'm about to be a tar baby. I said,
Oh, God.
whoa, Chucky, calm down. But yeah,
Okay, so how did we bring him back in this one, and then he shipped himself to Andy Barclay?
yeah, he mailed himself there. He came back because after he got blown up in the second one. Damn, how much time has passed?
Why?
Because Andy was like 16 years old. Like they took forever to clean that factory up and then make a new doll with his blood. I never thought about that. Yeah.
Okay, so they cleaned up the factory, melted all the shit down, and then started making them again. And
Yeah, but when they picked his
somehow,
body, but when they was like carrying him off, his blood dripped into the new mix of their plastic. But then you telling me they waited 16 years later, like to make that shit?
there's still blood in there after 16 years.
And why would that little black boy care about a My Buddy doll or a good guy doll? Like it's been 16 years or however long it's been, 10 years, whatever.
Yeah.
Damn, that's kind of wild. I never really thought about that.
I know. I'm setting all this up to show how the movie is breaking its own rules, right?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
every new movie, it breaks its rules. Everything that they set up in the first one. Yeah.
so I guess we can skip through. So yeah, 3, he gets chopped up at the amusement park. He falls in the fan.
Okay, yeah, I saw that one in the theater. That's the only one I saw in the theater. I remember that one.
I seen only one I seen in theaters was probably Bride of Chucky. So that's where we're actually at now. So Bride of Chucky, his Charlie Ray's girlfriend, which didn't make sense that why she would be his girl, but his girl. So at first, was it always his girl, or was she just a fanatic, like just a super fan, or she's just like a fangirl of a serial
I think she
killer?
was a fangirl, and she was like in love with him, and he like took advantage of it. It's like when them black dudes in prison, and they like
writing
wipe
letters
up
and shit.
them big white girls, and then them white girls buy them clothes and Jordans and shit, and then when they get out, they be like, I'm good.
Right. Yeah. But so that's when the movie really took a nosedive. A lot of people liked that one. It was funny, and I think it was like easier to watch. It wasn't as scary.
Yeah. I think that was when the comedy started in Bride of Chucky.
Yeah, hell yeah, that shit was comedy. What up, Tick? I didn't see the movie, so you going? You also had headphones on. We just talk about the old shit right now, but yeah. But
we're still in the spoiler free. So
yeah, spoiler free time right now. But yeah, so the Bride of Chucky, they upped the gore factor a little bit because I feel like around that time, Final Destination and all that stuff was out. Maybe before or after, somebody checked that. But so things were getting a little bit more lenient in the movie theater. They're showing more gore. I remember when dude got hit by that car, just like exploded.
I think even though like the tone change and seriousness, the gore and the certain elements of horror movies were always intact throughout every every Child's Play movie. Did we ever change voice actors? I don't think we did.
No, Brad's been up to, all the way up since till now, till Mark Hamill took over.
Okay.
But I think Brad Dourif is still going to be doing the voice of Chucky in the TV show that they're working on.
Okay, I have a theory about that, and you're gonna like it, but we're gonna get to that later.
Are we going to talk? So what? After Bride was Seed of Chucky.
Yeah, that one was
blown craziness.
That one was the I don't know.
Jump the shark.
The low budget one.
I don't know. I seen that in theaters too, actually.
That's the one with Redman in it, right?
Yeah. Everybody was playing themselves because it was supposed to be like Hollywood, you know. What's the girl's name who plays the wife, the bride with big titties, high pitched voice?
I think her name is Fran, whatever her name is.
No, that's not Fran Drescher. She playing poker and shit. She good at poker in real life.
That's okay. So like that's one of those things that was what 2004.
Jennifer Tilly,
where you can get away with shit that you couldn't get away with now. So they didn't know what the kid was, right?
Yeah, he was supposed to be trans or something. He didn't have anything, and he acted like a girl, but then he acted like a boy.
And Chucky was like, "Man, quit being a pussy and all this," and like,
Right, he was trying to
you
man him
can't.
up,
Yeah,
and
you
Tiffany was trying to make him a girl.
Yeah.
But then it turned out he was a boy at the end, like when he transferred into a human baby.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because remember there was twins. They had twin babies. There was a girl who was acting all crazy, but it was actually him. He was like he didn't want to be crazy.
Okay.
And then yeah, but that shit was terrible. All right, so Curse of Chucky.
Wait. So how did he come back to life in Bride?
In Bride.
Oh, she did the
She did a
Dambella
spell.
spell.
Yeah, she brought it. She did no spell. And then the Arquette brother, who is a sister now.
Oh, and this is when he said, "I'm gonna be a brother." When maybe he was trying to possess Redman, or maybe he said it again.
He might have said it again. I know he said it in the black
yeah, I remember him having his head over the little black dude. So yeah, he did say it in 3.
And Redman, I think he just wanted to be Redman, like. But
or maybe he said, "I'm gonna be a rapper." I don't know. I could see Chucky saying that. So where we at?
How they? All right. So in Seed of Chucky, how did they come back? Was it like an accident or something? Or no? He brought him back. The little boy, the son.
Boy.
The son brought him back. The Seed, the little Glinda, whatever his name was, Glenn and Glinda, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I don't.
Remember because he escaped from the circus. Remember he was like in the circus and they showed him running like a little puppet down the street. And then he went to the movie set of Child's Play. They was making a movie based off of Chucky. And he found the movie shit. And like when he brought them back to life, one of the movie dudes was starting to work on the doll. He had to like unscrew it to work with the mechanism. He pulled it back off of Chucky. He had like real like organs and shit in there.
So where did that doll come from? Okay, so it's like when Jay and Silent Bob were on the Scream set, like kind of like that. Okay.
Yeah. They was making a movie based off of the shit.
Yeah.
So all right, let's get out of there. So Curse of Chucky.
Colt is next.
Yeah. So Curse.
Colt is that one back to
Curse is next. Colt's last.
Okay, Curse is with
so Curse of Chucky is with his daughter. That you didn't know was his daughter the whole movie. We thought it was a reboot or like a news story because he didn't look fucked up. He was all nice looking and shit. He was all pretty and like young looking. He was a young looking Chucky doll. And
oh, that was the cute one. Yeah.
That was the one where he it turned out to be a prequel. And that's why I like that one.
Wait. Did it turn out to be a prequel? Or did he go back and tell the story on?
Yeah, of how she was paralyzed. Because remember, he was going to sacrifice her mom, and that's why he was running from the cops. Remember, because he was like their neighbor or something like that. Okay. He was on some Charles Manson shit. He was like all charming and shit, and he went to go sacrifice her. But then that's the cops broke in, and that's why he was running from the cops. In the beginning of the first Child's Play, it was because of that event of him stabbing the mom, breaking the baby's spine or whatever. So that happened.
It wasn't a prequel. It was a sequel. Flashback.
Yeah. And now, no, I take it back. It was a prequel. It was in between 3 and Bride of Chucky.
Hold on, let me look it up. Was that you said that was Curse, right?
Yeah, Curse was it. Yeah, because at the end of Bride, was remember the daughter would get blamed for the murders, the one who's in the wheelchair, and the doll was at the courthouse, and she's like, "No, it was the doll. I'm telling you." Then when they took it away, the evidence, it ended with Tiffany killing the cop and taking the doll, like how Brad started.
So was she possessed, the daughter, or no? Or she just went crazy?
She just went crazy. She just like nobody believed her that it was the doll that did it.
Okay, so that's kind of parallel to what happened with Andy.
Right. And anybody else that that says the doll is killing everybody.
Yeah. Okay. So it's direct to video, which
it was Curse.
Man, but it was really good though.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. The kills were a little lame, but.
Hold on. 25 years after the first. Wait. Okay. Okay, I don't feel like reading all this. I was trying to find out if it was actually a prequel or just a flashback.
So
couldn't have been a prequel because he.
So
was
the thing was,
he was the
it's a pre-sequel. Let's put it that way, because it was like I said,
yeah,
the flashback was was
flashback,
before the movie, before the first one, but the timeline of Curse of Chucky was before Bride, because I don't know if you remember how Bride started. She went and got him from the evidence lockup from that dirty cop she paid, and she like slit his throat. That's how the end of Curse started.
Okay,
or the end of Curse started. That's how the end of Curse ended. It ended at the beginning of Bride of Chucky. So
check it out. I got it. Look, Ray killed Nika's father and kidnapped Sarah while she was pregnant with Nika. When Sarah betrayed him, he stabbed her in the stomach, which resulted in Nika being born paraplegic and escaped. Ray's flight from the police ultimately led to his death as a human, which is why he came back to Sarah for revenge. Nika, after stalling and taunting him for his inability to kill his original nemesis, Andy Barclay, manages to retreat to the elevator, disarm. Okay. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, said he can't finish anything. She was like teasing him.
How would she know? It's because I'm confused. Because okay, so if he's the doll in this movie, where is this in between 1 and 2, or is this?
It's between 3 and Brad. Because remember, he was getting fucked up and he had the stitches in his face.
Okay.
He was stitched together.
But before Bride, we knew that for sure.
Yeah. But all right, so let's go ahead to Colt. So Colt was a couple years after Curse. Maybe not even a couple years, probably a couple months. Which was kind of, if it's a couple months, it's kind of weird because no, it's not weird. Actually, the way Colt ended. But anyways, so Colt was about the girl being put into an insane asylum because of the whole Chucky incident. Chucky gets there. He's killing people, but he also learned a new spell that where he can project his soul into multiple bodies. So
and this is the last one in the timeline. No,
it's
gotta be
the last one.
Okay, now it's all fucked up now.
It is because of how close
those
Colt
two are,
and Curse
should be older.
Right.
Way older. If this is
because Andy's a grown ass man in this, and it's the same actor from the original movie.
Right, yeah. So it's
And then what's her name comes back too. I don't know if you've seen that version, but the foster sister from the second one, the blonde girl.
Don't remember a foster sister, but
she was the girl. She was like the rebel sister in the second movie.
I'm thinking Problem Child 2 right now.
Right. It's almost no. She was much older. She was like a teenager. She was like, badass.
Junior.
Cigarettes.
Junior with the little bow tie.
Right.
All right. I'm tripping. That movie's hilarious.
Motherfucking Kramer. But yeah. So anyway, she comes back. So Andy is fucking up the original Chucky. Like, he got him like tortured. Like, he got his head in the safe, and he'd be like burning him and smoking weed with him and shit, and nailing shit.
Multiple Chucky's, and okay, so he learned
his spell
in the Okay.
Yeah. So
I remember they had that one with the fucked up hair, like
right, because he cut his hair up.
Ugly, bro. Like, what the fuck?
They was talking about it. So end of the movie, they kind of reveal that I feel like, because there was a Tiffany doll, there was a Tiffany Jennifer Tilly, so it was after Seed of Chucky, really, because Jennifer Tilly was there as Tiffany. You know what I mean? Because Tiffany put herself in there, but. Was there a Tiffany doll also? I think there was. And there's Chucky. And he put his soul into his daughter. And me and my brother hate this part because when he possessed her, she got up and was able to walk. How the fuck was she able to walk? Isn't your spine still fucked up?
All right, I'm gonna use the logic from part 1. It's fucking voodoo.
Yeah, all right. No. Healed her spine. All right.
Hey, look. We're gonna use that Weekend with Bernie logic, dog.
Right.
Think about it. Yeah, think about it.
Yo, Bernie did that dance first. What's that shit?
Yeah,
We doing?
walk like that's what it is. Oh, come on, dog.
That's funny.
Come on, dog. That light bulb just went off in your head.
Yeah, dog. When I was doing
Oh man, stop.
that was one of my favorite movies.
AX clip that, dog.
Right. So, all right. So let's get done. Let's go. All right. Let's talk. Let's fast forward to 2019.
All right, if y'all ain't see it, eat my ass right now. Fuck you. Sorry for cursing. Sorry for saying fuck.
Because y'all probably won't see it anyways. Y'all probably won't support it or whatnot.
They just don't want other people talking about it. That's all. Yeah. All right. So, all right. Before we get there, is it safe to say that all the rules that the original Child's Play set up have been completely thrown out of the window, and we have not been following
anything?
No, we have not been. It's maybe from one or two. No, not from neither one of them. No,
none of them.
Nowhere.
Because he doesn't even. Before we get to, he doesn't even care about the body. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So the rules changed every movie, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, so if rules change every movie, so why are people like, man, it's not the same like the original? Like
because people are stuck in their ways and they want what they want, and they want Brad Dourif, which I understand. He was a great voice, but I think Mark Hamill most definitely did a great job, even though he did hit us with a Joker laugh at one point. And I don't think he can help that. But
look, I learned this a long time ago. Like when that first Transformers movie came out, like I was excited about it. Okay, Transformers on live screen, awesome. Then the rest of them came out, and it was the same movie every time. And then there's a MacGuffin, and we got to find the MacGuffin, and then we're gonna kill the bad guy. And then the comedy was so horrible.
Right.
I've had to accept that these are not the same. This ain't the same universe. It's not the same iteration, right? Yeah. I can, dislike this one and like G1 and still be a Transformers fan. I gave every one of them a chance. Every one of them. I saw every Transformers movie opening day or before opening day. So I said all of that to say now I go into movies with an open mind.
Right, because you ended up liking Bumblebee.
Oh, Bumblebee was awesome. I said I didn't like it just to kind of throw some people off because I knew people was going to say, as soon as I said I didn't like it, they were going to say it was good. And that happened. Anyway, so I went into this shit with an open mind. I knew Brad, what's his name, wasn't playing Chucky. I knew the doll wasn't going to be the same. I knew it was a 2019 version of a horror movie that was made in the 80s. What else? Doll wasn't the same. Voice actor wasn't the same. Some modern take on it. And I loved it. I'm up there around a 9.
Yeah, I give it an 8 out of 10 just because before I went into the movie and I said, spoilers, that if the doll just turns out to be fucked up AI or somebody programmed them that way, I was gonna be mad. Cause I still think they should have kept the whole someone putting their soul into a doll. But I do like what they did with it. I like the
hold on. Well, let's talk about the doll. Right, that shit was ugly, dog. Like it's like they ran out of money on the CGI. It's like it's half ass CGI, and then it's practical. It's like it's like ugly as shit. Like when I first saw it, I started laughing because like holy shit, this doesn't look like Chucky. This doll is fucking ugly, and then I just busted out laughing because of how funny the shit looked. And it's like it's really scary. Like
because so ugly, scary.
When Andy was telling him to make a face and like face and say, bro, that was like scary and funny at the same time, dog. Like,
and that was, and when he did that, I knew that was like he was teaching him the Chucky scream face. You know what I mean?
Okay, like, I didn't catch that. That.
That's the face that Chucky, his like fucking shit like turns up,
right.
And he ended up doing that when he was on top. Never mind, we're skipping too far. But so to start from the beginning, the movie starts off in a Foxconn type of factory where overworked, underpaid Asian dudes making electronics. So it's kind of mirroring iPhone production.
So the Chucky, the good guy dolls, they're basically Alexas. That's what they are.
Yeah, the Alexa.
They're like the smart device hubs that they walk around and shit.
Well, they got an ET finger and they can control your TV, turn the volume up.
Oh, damn, bro! You caught all the subliminals, dog. Damn it.
Yeah.
So the guy's in the factory. He's overworked. He's pissed. His boss comes in like, "Hey, bro,
Slapped the shit
you
out of
can't
me.
take a lunch break or something." And
Nah,
he's
he
like,
slapped the shit out that nigga. He disrespected
"Oh, you
him.
did slap him?" And
Yeah.
then he goes, "Yeah, like on minutes. Yeah, where do you see this tape, nigga?" So he took all of the the safety
Feed all the inhibitors.
like yeah, all the safety like remember when RoboCop when they made him curse, like they turned all look at that. Look at
Right,
that.
right.
Look at that. That's one. I didn't even know. I just subliminally caught one, dog. Okay, so like so they turned off where he couldn't curse and he couldn't do certain things. It basically made him like wide open.
Yeah.
Like
Like
whatever
he was
you teach him,
able,
he can do.
right? Like he was able to harm people. He like turned off the violent shit.
Yeah. It's like on RoboCop too.
Right, and honestly, and what I like about that, because technically Chucky could have been a good person. He could have been a good guy. Not to name him good guy, but they're called buddies now. But he could have been he didn't have to be a serial killer doll. Like what it's actually our generation's, not our generation, but
Is there anything
generation X.
before that? Before when the guy deprogrammed him and then we get
Well,
to that
he killed
part? Is
himself.
there anything significant in there? Okay, the guy killed himself. Okay.
He killed himself, and then when they loaded the doll up, his eyes turned red. But that was just like to show the title card.
Okay. All right. So yeah. Let's get to that because like I didn't catch that in like I don't go into these movies like looking for like
Easter eggs.
You know, not necessarily Easter eggs, but like these underlying plots, like all this feminism shit that's being talked about now. Like I really didn't see it in Captain Marvel because I wasn't looking for it.
Right.
Like, but afterwards, when people start telling me about it, I'm like, yeah, I see it. And that's kind of what it's like here. Because you were telling me about it. Yeah, it's fucked up how he became evil. So like, man, there's something before. Wait, let me just say this before you say that, and I'll let you do that. But you remember the part when he killed the first guy, and he fell off the ladder and broke both of his legs.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. I screamed on that part. Like, ooh.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Popped out to the side. Yeah.
And then his two twin girls, they got both got headphones on, both on iPads. They hear him scream, they look up
and don't care.
And they go right back.
Yeah.
So that's segue into what you gotta say about how he became evil, which is like wow, it's like that's amazing, bro. That was well thought out. Like
so without knowing it, Andy was teaching Chucky how to be a killer, like teaching him shit, like he was raising him, like, you know what I mean? So all right. So the mom, instead of like buying Chucky, let's start back at the beginning how we got him. Someone returned him. He was defective. His eyes turned red.
Oh yeah, she's like, yeah, it's fucking broken. His eyes keep turning red.
Right. So she's like, all right, well, fuck it. I'll take, let me see what we do with these returns. And she blackmailed her boss to get the shit for free, and she just kept it instead of buying it off a crackhead hobo, for like $60, and then dude trying to fuck her.
Oh, that was part one. Good job.
Yeah,
good job.
Yeah. So so she takes the doll home. They set it up. They kind of forced. He went to go name him. Excuse me. He went to go name him Han Solo. He wanted to name Chucky Han Solo. And just to force the doll to be named Chucky, which I was like, he just said, "Did you say Chucky? I like that. My name's Chucky." I'm like, nigga, he didn't say that. Like, y'all just forcing that on, like, you know what I mean? Just to move the shit forward. So that's fine. Okay, so you want to
that's a whole. Let's
Yeah,
be honest. That's a poorly written script. They just wanted to get the Skywalker joke out, and they could have. I don't know. I can't think of how they could have done it better, but
he could have just named him Chucky, and that would have been fine.
That's just to let you know who was voicing him. That's all.
Right. So, basically, you get a montage of them hanging out because it had your Karate Kid Jaden Smith story where they just moved to this neighborhood and he don't have any friends. He's deaf. He got a hearing aid. He just does nothing but play on his broke ass phone. He got a cracked screen. His mom's working double time just so that way she could, make ends meet and shit and get him stuff for his birthday. So she
then this dickhead dude smashing her, and Andy always walking in right after they finish.
Putting his belt on and shit.
Yeah, and then they have a fucking evil cat and shit from the same cat from Cat's Eye, another 80s horror movie.
Yeah, that movie is scary. But so Andy, he gets a doll. Chucky imprints on him. That's one of the features of the Buddi doll, that it'll print on whoever and protect them and always be with them and be their friend to the end type of shit. And literally, like, they have
So
a
he
monster.
pissed on him, right? Peed on him.
Did he pee on him? What?
I mean, that's what imprint. That's what Jacob did in Twilight. He peed on that.
Peed on the baby.
Right? Yeah. That's why what's her name beat the shit out of him, because he pissed on that. I don't know, bro.
I know you could have been right, because I ain't watched none of them movies except I only watched the first one, I only watched New Moon just because of the wolf shit. But he imprints on him, and they have a whole little quick montage because Andy didn't have any friends of him and Chucky like bonding and playing chess and Catan and all this other shit. And Andy is doing subtle things throughout this montage that teaches Chucky in his head, like, oh, this is the right thing to do. This makes Andy happy. I'm going to do this and to keep my friend happy. So Andy's making a sandwich. I don't even see my hands. I don't know what fucking kid grabs a knife out of the knife. It was one of them sharp little knife blocks or whatever. He grabs it out all quick, makes some peanut butter jelly, and stabs it down on the chopping board. And then as he walks away, you see Chucky like doing stabbing motions in the air without a knife. So it's like he's just teaching them subtle things. And it's one of those things, like, it's kind of the message, like, you got to be careful what you say around your kids, because you don't know how they're sponges. They're going to absorb anything. So he's saying stuff like, I hate this dumb cat. I wish he would go away. And the cat scratches him. He goes in the bathroom to wash it off the blood. He comes back. Chucky's choking shit out that cat.
Yeah, because the cat made him unhappy.
Right.
So like Chucky wants to keep his best friend happy. That's kind of his
movie.
Right. And then so he has no real friends, but they run up on him and like Chucky said like dick or something. It's like, wait, he can say shit like that?
Yeah. So
and then he got
pretty much used that nigga.
French. So then more montage, and then they're watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right?
Second one.
And now, to me, I'm still scared of them fucking movies, right? Like, them shits, like them 80s B movies, dog. Them shits is scary, dog. Like that, and what's the dude with the chainsaw hand? Evil Dead, like them shits. I still won't watch them shits, bro.
The first one, man, was super scary.
When that fucking hand was running around and shit, like, bro, wow. So they're watching the shit, and to them and kids today, like, it's funny because it's so bad. Like you can see how fake it is, and they're watching like dude chainsawing people's heads off, and you could just clearly see it's fake, and they're laughing their ass off. Chucky's just looking at him like, okay, this makes him happy. And so that's where you had said that this generation is desensitized from shit like that because they're laughing at stuff like that, right?
Right.
I think that was the point you made the other day. So that's how. Well, I'll let you finish. You go ahead. Finish.
So Chucky's like looking back and forth, and he's looking at blood and gore on the screen, and people getting killed, and he's laughing like, and they're all cracking up. He's like, "What the fuck?" So he's like, "Oh, this is funny. Okay, cool." So they show him walk out the room, and he go gets a knife, and he comes back to stab Andy's friend, and he says the same punchline that one of the killers said, in Texas Chainsaw Massacre that made them laugh so much. He's like, what did he say? Special delivery or some bullshit. Yeah. And he's gonna stab him in the head, and then like Andy tackled him like, "No, what are you doing?" And like him struggling like to get off of Andy, he accidentally cut Andy, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Andy, I didn't mean." Like he was really upset that he hurt Andy. Like he was fucked up over it. You know what I mean? And the friends got.
Wait, then right before that, remember they were trying to do the Snapchat video with the My Little Pony and him stabbing the My Little Pony, and he was like, "Come on, stab it," and they say this is for Tupac, right? And like he wouldn't say it, like yeah. Of course, a little black dude that told him to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's always us, you know. Always us.
And Andy didn't like how they was putting him on the spot and teaching him shit of this thing to do. So skip ahead a little bit.
Well, then that's when he locked him up. Didn't they lock him up after that? And then,
he locked him in the closet, and that's when because he was saying stuff about the stepdad or the mom's boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
And the doll recorded it and played it back, and he thought he was doing it on purpose. Like, so the stepdad or the boyfriend confronted Andy in the room, like on some weird shit. Like,
oh yeah, when he would play, like the dude would be in the refrigerator getting a beer.
right?
Oh, because he told Chucky to go stand up like right by the door when he closed.
Yeah.
And then he would play recordings of shit that Andy was saying, and then he was like, "What the fuck you talking about, little kid? Say it like a man." And then Chucky sitting there watching it, and then Andy goes, "Man, I wish he was gone.
Right.
I wish he was gone. Like I want him gone." And Chucky's just sitting there.
All right, word. Say less. Right. Say less. So yeah.
So then going back to what I said about the dude falling off the ladder, that was the first guy that was killed.
That was the first major kill. Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you think about that kill though? With the so he broke both of his legs and then he's all wrapped up in the
let's get back to it. So the dude got a boyfriend. That's Andy's boyfriend. Right. He's a whole married dude with a family. Like he got a wife and 2 kids.
He got a wife and an old lady and a girlfriend on the story. Right. He got a girlfriend and a wife on the side.
Right. Yeah. So they showed that so that way you won't feel bad about him getting killed. Like, oh, this dude deserves to die. So let's go ahead and kill him. So he's taking the Christmas lights down, and Chucky kicks the ladder out from under him.
So he broke both of his legs, and then Chucky turns on the tiller, and the tiller's sucking up the Christmas lights, and it's coming at him, and he's barely moving. And I'm like, man, they gonna fuck him up with this tiller. And the tiller gets right on him, and then he grabs it with his hand and he stops it.
Right.
I'm like, oh man, I didn't want to see that, but come on, man, you like. You know, I'm trying to put my head down and not watch it, and then it didn't happen. And then Chucky jumps on him with the knife and stabs him, and then it happens. I'm like, fuck, I didn't want to see that.
And this is for Tupac.
That's when he said this is for Tupac?
Yeah. He said this is for Tupac and stabbed him again.
I knew it was coming back when he, you know.
So yeah, and like all the gore. So the kills itself, they were gory, but they weren't gory. Like to me, they were gory after the fact when they would show like the what happened to the body after Chucky was done with him. Like when the cops came and uncovered like his skin from his face was gone, and Chucky cut the skin off his face and put it on a watermelon and gave it to Andy as a present.
Yeah,
because remember before that, he was making.
Oh, he gave him that broken popsicle stick as a present.
He was always making gifts for him.
Because he was dumb. Because like. The other good guy dolls would bring their kids like their books and stuff. Hey, you forgot your science book, and then Chucky would bring him shit. Hey, you forgot your book, and it'd be like a helmet or like a.
Yeah, because he was broken. He was still broken. He was a fucked up doll. All right, so so that's that kill. When they found out how that Chucky's doing this stuff, he's like, we got to get rid of him. He's killing people. Like, he killed the cat really before he killed the boyfriend.
Yo, and that was like that was like some psychological warfare right there when he killed the cat, and then Andy threw him away, and then that next night Andy's like sleeping or he's happy and out
played the kill for him.
Corner, and he turns his lights on and he's playing when he killed the cat. Like,
bro, just looking at it though, like you hear the cat,
and they're just looking and shit.
Yeah, that was
that's like that's probably one of the scariest moments for me.
Like, how can you go back to sleep after that?
Yeah, bro, niggas just staring at you playing.
My buddy. Yeah, you are my friend. Yeah, because like that was pretty funny too. He was trying to go to sleep and Chucky was still talking to him. And at that point, I thought that's when he was going to do some evil shit. But he was just like, you know what I mean, just being normal. He was just being a weirdo.
Oh, he kept singing that dumb song. Yeah,
right. But yeah, so
where we at? So we got the head, and then
he skinned the dude's face off, put it on the because he learned that from Texas Chainsaw Massacre too. Don't forget that.
Right. Yeah. So let's kind of speed
it up. All right, so he kills. All right, so they
take his battery out.
Right, they come up with a plan to stop him from killing more people. They take his little power cell out, his little Tony Stark arc reactor shit.
Oh yeah, damn, bro, you good, dog?
No, I don't think that's what it was really meant to be, but yeah, but. They did that, dumped his body, and then the superintendent, this fake Jack Black looking dude.
He's one of them pervs. Like he would have like a creep shop page on Tumblr.
Oh yeah, like, I'll follow it. But what was that? What was that movie? It was like a dude on an apartment building. And he had cameras everywhere. Are you done?
You threw me off.
You know you fought that shit.
Anyway, he's a perv. And he had cameras in every
apartment bathroom.
apartment. Yeah, he would watch like Andy's mom like take a bath and shit. Oh, his kill was tight. His kill was tight.
Yeah, everything was incorporated in that one. He was getting
Right. So yeah, he's kind of like if Fam had to be a character in the movie, that would be him. Because he was like
he had all this
Chucky
shit.
said, "Let me see what's inside of you, bruh." And then like he had like a hacked battery to whereas he could make Chucky do more shit. So because like before Chucky wasn't controlling anything, right? He wasn't he couldn't control the TV.
Yeah, he upgraded him.
And then it was like, okay, he could do everything. He control everything. Oh, I'm selling this motherfucker on eBay.
Right, that was the plan. Right.
And then,
I wonder how much they never said how much them damn dolls cost either.
I don't know, man. It's an Alexa, dog, and the phone app.
Right.
But
so, while he's getting repaired, he can see the camera inside with Paperboy's moms.
Yeah.
So dude from Atlanta, dude plays Paperboy. He's a cop in this movie. He's the cop. And his mom lives in the same apartment building as Andy. And they're having dinner with her. And the only reason why Andy was having dinner with her because they had wrapped up the face.
They wrapped up the head. They were going to throw it away, and then they was like, "Oh no, it's for Paperboy's mom. We gotta go give it to him."
Right.
So he was trying to go back in there and get the head so he can dispose of it. And then they were just talking and shit, and Chucky just happened to see when she's like, "Oh man, you're a good friend." He showed her how to use like a Uber app to go to bingo or some shit. And she's like, "Oh, thank you, Andy. You're a good friend." And Chucky was like, "Nah, fuck that. That's my friend."
Right. So yeah. She was like, "You're my best friend now," or something, my buddy. Yeah. So he's like, yeah. So and what this movie does is try to take the fears of modern day technology and try to flip them on us, like because like one of our people we play with, Stuart, he was saying that this movie Chucky's not scary. I'm like, because your generation don't play with toys, y'all on iPhones, iPads, smart devices. So they take all the smart devices in this movie and flip them on us and be the way to kill us. But yeah, let's kill Jack Black first before we move on. He fixes him up. He gets up. He's watching.
Turns off all the shit. Realizes he can control shit. So he stabs him in each leg. Yeah, slices his legs open. Somehow he gets up on a
table saw.
Yeah, and then there's a table saw underneath, and so Chucky turns the table saw on. The table saw is Wi-Fi. Why the fuck would we have a Wi-Fi? So all right. So he's standing up. And he's holding up some pipes,
heating pipes.
And then like the saw is between his legs.
I don't know how this nigga don't have no upper body strength to shimmy or like do a swing jump or nothing, dog.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a plot hole too.
So I would have been shimmying, something.
It's a water pipe, so Chucky turns up the heat on the water pipe and the temperature's going up. So eventually he gotta let the shit go. So he's like
ass first on that saw.
I don't know how he landed. I turned away for that one.
Oh yeah, and he landed on his leg, got cut off. His leg fell on the ground.
Yeah, he's like, I'm trying to see what's inside of you, like.
But then because he got on top of him and started stabbing him up too, didn't he?
Yeah,
and he was stabbing shit out that man. And then he like put a fresh new pair of clothes on. He put some brand new my buddy clothes that dude
hop back in the box and then went deliver himself to the little black dude.
Right. Yeah, that could have been called back to 3.
You know what, bro? They represent us. They represent us real good. Cause like, so he named him Chode.
Right.
If y'all don't know what a chode is a penis that's fatter than it's longer. From what I was told. So it's like he's got all kind of new commands and shit, and he's like, "Hey Andy, look! I got one too. His name is Chode. Salute me, Chode."
Right. He like my buddy actually works, and he had him like controlling a remote control car, and that kind of let Andy believe, oh, maybe this ain't Chucky because he could do shit that he couldn't do before. You know what I mean? But then that nigga Chucky walked up on
something like best friends don't betray each other. Didn't Chucky say something?
Shit like he walked up on a nigga like a jealous ex-girlfriend on some I can't have you, nobody can type shit. But I think did he kill the mom yet on that part? No, he didn't. That's what he said. He walked up on Andy at the store, you know, like, yeah, nigga, what's up? You know, I'm back.
Wait, why we go to the store?
Because the mom had to take him to work with him because he was cutting up or some shit. Was he skipping? Was he skipping school?
Was he saying that? I think at that point he was saying Chucky did it, and she was like, "What the fuck is
It was
wrong
about
with
the cat. She was saying about the cat.
Oh, the cat. She found the collar. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's like, "Well, you're coming to work with me." And then Andy tried to. I mean, not Andy, but Chucky started playing the footage of
he started playing the footage.
That he wanted the dad gone, and the boyfriend gone, and then they showed the footage of the face on the watermelon and stuff.
Okay, wait. You missed something very important. You missed my favorite part of the movie. Okay, so like by this time they're about to drop the good guy number 2.
Right.
The good guy number 2 has accessories, and you can accessorize him. And so you go on the end cap, and then there's a leprechaun suit.
Right.
Really Chucky number 2. So we're putting leprechaun in that same universe. I thought that was very clever.
Yeah, leprechaun.
It's very, very dope.
Then you had the black buddy and the blonde hair buddy.
Yeah, and then you had the Teddy Ruxpin buddy.
Right. Yeah. So
so then this is where we killed the mom. I think this was next, which was to me the most pointless kill. Like, I didn't feel sorry for it. It's just like the motive was like,
yeah, I didn't really even pay attention to the motive until like I realized like
Andy put a Uber app on her phone, and Chucky.
Yeah. So all right. So there's a thing called the company that makes Chucky is called Caslin, and it's called a Caslin car. It's pretty much a Tesla, and they're like instead of Uber, it's just the car's AI will take you where you need to go. But because it's hooked up into that Caslin system, Chucky's able to control it. So he's driving around, crashing under the shit.
Right. Because he was jailbroke by the fam dude. His fam like jailbreak shit.
Jack, no, we're gonna call that nigga Jack Black.
Yeah, Jack Black.
So and it was kind of the classic Chucky is under the car scenario. You don't know where he's at type of thing. Like, and somehow he got in the car without opening the door. I don't know how he did that. But he was in there like fucking when he was using the car speakers to throw his voice off, like he was like peekaboo, like, and you couldn't hear where he was at, but then they gave you the little jump scare. He was in the passenger seat, jumped on and started stabbing her up. That was the cop's mom.
That was the only jump scare, right?
That in the end.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Well, they had a jump scare with Andy's mom walking past the screen for no reason.
Yeah.
And then nigga was sitting. Hey, I was cracking up how Chucky was sitting there with his fingers folded across, like nigga, where you been at all day? Like he was just sitting there. But we can skip forward a little bit because it's pretty much the end of the movie at this point. So it's the big release of the Buddi 2 doll at Walmart or whatever the fuck she works, Zedmart, and this is like your kill count part where like you get groups of people just dying. Into. And they tried to have their little it moment where they're gonna fight back. Like,
wait, this and we gonna go back and watch it and look at it. But this the department store scene was like the end of Gremlins,
right? Yeah.
So we probably gonna have to revisit that later. But
we old as hell. But these niggas don't know what Gremlins is. But
yeah, but don't know who Stripe is, boy.
Yeah, that was Gremlins too, wasn't it?
Spike was too.
Okay, and Gizmo had the Rambo shit. Anyways,
there's a reason we're talking about these 80s movies. We could probably do that now.
Because they roll shit into this one.
All right, so I guess this would be the what would the company be? Orion. What would they be? Like the publisher?
Publisher, or not publisher. Would you say publisher? Yeah, or movie studio? Movie studio? I would say
studio. Yeah, studio. Man, we watch Entourage. We should know this,
right?
So Orion, and if you go back to Orion movies, like they tie in a bunch of Orion movies. So Chucky can control like remote control cars, and so it was a little police car he was controlling, and it said RoboCop, which is our second RoboCop reference.
It was like come with me, dead or alive.
Dead or alive, yeah, and it was the
dead
RoboCop.
Alive, you're coming with me.
And also, there is a new RoboCop coming out with the original actors.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it's in development right now.
It's gonna be.
So they're gonna CG. They're gonna probably CG the actor, the guy in the suit for the face, because it's supposed to happen either after 2 or after 3. But Murphy's gonna be old as shit. So like,
I said a retcon 3.
I don't know. It's either gonna be after
Yeah,
2 or
three,
after
because she
3.
got killed in 3, and 3 was that.
Right. But she's old as shit, so I don't know like how they gonna make that work. I
Was
know they ain't got the
and
budget.
3
Oh,
wasn't and 3 wasn't the actor from the first 2, was it? Because wasn't it the dude from the
no,
TV show?
there's another dude.
It was
I
dude from
didn't
the
even watch
RoboCop TV show.
3 was horrible, but
Yeah.
anyway. But yeah, so we got those references there, and I'm sure there's more. I just yeah. Wait till
So
the
yeah,
DVD.
so you get a bunch of kills. The manager that gave her the doll, he got stabbed in his neck while he was in a giant Chucky suit.
Oh yeah,
And he
that was
stabbed him in the neck, and then he took the mask off in front of a little girl and started spraying blood all over her. Somehow he was supposed to live because the cops said to put some pressure on it, you'd be all right. And then, well, he got killed by one. Like, so Chucky, he put razor blades on the drones on the wings.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, but I don't think they would really fly with that weight on it. But yeah,
Hey, bro, voodoo, man.
oh yeah, voodoo plot holes. Yeah, so he, I guess he flying the drones around. He starts chopping people up. It's chopping mall and shit reference, whatever that movie was. And he's just killing people. They're running out, mass panic. It kind of reminded me of the scene in I want to say it was Hellraiser 3 when they was in the discotheque, the club, and the DJ was shooting the little razor disc out of people. But anyways, he fucks them up. They escape. As he's about to leave, Andy's about to leave with his friends. He sees that Chucky got his mom held hostage in some like elaborate trap. So that's when he goes back to save her, like one-on-one, with Chucky. He's fighting him. The mom's hanging. He got her on a forklift tied to a rope around her neck. He goes to hang her. It's like a little time trap. She's actually hanging. So Andy climbs up to like one of the what we used to call those, not pallets, but I forget. I know it's pallets, but I think we used to call them stands or something like that. When I used to work at Walmart, we used to in the back room we kept all the heavy shit. Anyways, he climbs up there, cuts his mom down while he's fighting Chucky at the same time. They fight, and then Andy gets the knife and he jumps on him. And he's like, "Did he say this is the end, friend? Did he do this some shit?" No, or the black dude said that.
There was multiple callbacks to one in that last scene.
Yeah, he stabs Chucky in his power cell. He's sparking, flying everywhere, and you think he's dead. And then they do the jump scare from, was it the first Chucky when he jumps in the air and gets shot?
Right. Wait, you remember though, one of his arms is missing, just like in the first one. I don't remember how his arm was cut off. Yeah, one of his arms was missing.
Wow.
Or a leg. I don't remember. It was a leg.
What happened? Yeah, and he comes flying out. That jump scare, that was a jump scare. That one got me.
I knew that one was coming. Like I was waiting on that.
The killer's never dead, right? Yeah. And so then, he jumps at him, and then Paperboy shoots him in the air. And that's about it, pretty much. In the story, they kind of allude to him being fixed, like they was like repackaging, and one of the dolls like smile and his eyes turn red. So
he did possess every other.
Yeah, he was controlling all. But we kind of skipped over that because he pulled an Ultron from Avengers. Like he had multiple buddies. He was in multiple bodies. He's able to do it. So technically, he might not be dead. He could have transferred his data through Wi-Fi to another doll, or you know what I mean, backed himself up. So we'll get a sequel, I'm sure. If people like, I enjoyed this movie. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Like I said, would have got a 10 if it was still a serial killer's doll, serial killer's soul in the doll. But I understand it's for today's age and all smart devices, electronics, and how desensitized to violence we are. And it's funny to us. They would send a different message with it, just kind of how like Romero, each dead film had a meaning behind it. So,
I'm giving it. I'm up. I'm like a 9 and some change. I think it checked off every box in horror movie rules. It did everything. I'm not married to the original Chucky doll. Like I said in the beginning, I went into this knowing that it wouldn't be that, and it wouldn't be. It would be Mark Hamill. So I gave it a chance. And yeah, I ended up liking it. But here's my theory though. We're still in the original universe, dog. I think we're still in the original universe because
so you think buddies.
I think that maybe somehow this guy may be a competitor to what the
The
good
good
guy
guys used to be,
company.
or it could be a rebranding of the same company. It could be
Or yeah, but
just them bringing it
original
back. Yeah,
original Chucky's still out there, and I think he's in that universe.
that could be
Just
cool.
because of the RoboCop and all the other
80s
tech
shit.
things. Yeah, yeah. I think it's
I
in the
could
same
I could
universe.
see that. I could see that. Like they'll make a versus movie, Chucky versus Chucky.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
serious like that. Wouldn't that? I mean, I'd love to see. What's the original actor's name? I keep forgetting it.
Brad Dourif.
I'd like to see him and Mark Hamill go at it like
Yeah,
that. How that comedy would work between them two guys, right?
yeah. That would be kind of cool. I could see that being the same thing. Like I said, like I can already see a plot like, wow, they fucking brought these fucking things back. You know, him saying something dumb like that, you know.
Right, like whole old versus new shit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can roll with that. Was this but did we ever get Andy's last name? Was it Barclay also? I think it was. So maybe a reboot. I don't know.
I don't think.
It might have been Andy Barclay. I don't know.
Let me see what the Rotten Tomatoes is. What we got on that?
I think they got a 68 still.
64.
So it went down. It was 68.
How does that correlate? Is that good or?
Is it still fresh? Is it still like? Is it green or is it red still?
It's red.
So it's still considered a good movie, like and on their standards.
Okay. My thing is, man, we got to go into this shit with an open mind. Like, it's not, and I keep saying this, but it's not the original doll. It's not fucking the original voice actor. Just try something different, like sushi. Just try it. You might like it. Yeah.
Yeah, so
going there with that preconceived notion that you're not gonna like it because it's not the old movie, then you're not gonna like it. And then if it is the old movie, you're gonna be complaining because they keep doing the same shit over and over. Right? Can't win.
Yeah, so it is Andy Barclay, so it would be considered a reboot.
I mean, there's more than one Andy Barclay,
Yeah, we can try to make it live. But
I mean, shit, we can plot convenience anything right now. I mean, Star Wars. You know what I'm saying?
So I recommend going to see it with an open mind. Don't try to forget the first one completely. You know what I mean? Not completely. Don't forget it, but just don't worry about the whole no. It's not the same movie. It's not a doll trying to put itself into it. It's just it was just a doll trying to protect the boy who really Andy made the first move of betraying him. And then it just went all downhill from there. So, but I don't know. I don't have any more thoughts on it. I most definitely liked it. I kind of want to go see Brightburn next, so we'll try to maybe do that one next so we can talk about it. If it's still out in the theaters, I don't know if it is. I don't think else.
Yeah, we got Godzilla. I haven't seen that. We got I got to get caught up on the John Wick shit. Something else I wanted to see.
What's the thing for that one?
Look, bro, I'm burnt out with superhero movies and that type of movie. So this was a breath of fresh air for me, like a palate cleansing.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Predator movie. I gave it a chance. It was good for what it was. I had a few little laughs and I forgot about it. I couldn't tell you what happened, any of the main characters, anything, but it was good for what it was.
Yeah.
And that's how I'll go into these things, man. It's kind of like ain't shit original anymore. So just gotta be open minded to stuff. But
so this movie is still in the theaters. I'm looking. If it was released May 24th, I guess it's been a month now. They probably took. You think it took it out of the theaters already?
Which one? The Superman?
That Brightburn shit. Yeah.
Yeah. About Men in Black. We looking for? Oh, it's got a low score.
I don't know.
Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 4. Everyone see. Yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this, y'all, man. Y'all know where to check out BEEARSENO. Check him. Go ahead, shout your shit out, B.
Yeah, the most boring streamer out there, BEEARSENO, man. Oh, I'm doing some drumline stuff too. Like I tested it on Facebook tonight, so I might get that to pop. We're gonna see.
I knew when I went to go see. Oh, that came out. I want to see that. I knew when I went to go see Child's Play, there was a whole bunch of Indian people there, like a whole bunch. I'm like, this is crazy. What's going on? And this movie came out. Kabir Singh So that's what I knew. I was like, okay, I figured. Yeah, they was in here watching some Bollywood movie. This shit was 3 hours long. God damn, what's this movie about?
When you said Indian, I was thinking
Sandeep
Brave Star.
Kabir Singh is a successful young medical surgeon, sets on the path of self-destruction when his lady love is forced to marry another man. Okay. Well, yeah, that shit was 3 hours. That's crazy. Would it be racist if I asked my coworker, like, hey, did you see Kabir Singh this weekend?
Probably so.
That's like niggas, white dude I never spoke to at my job asked me if I seen Black Panther. Like, what the fuck? I want to see that The Dead Don't Die. Did you see that shit? That trailer?
No, The Dead Don't Die. No.
Kylo Ren, Bill Murray.
Oh yeah. They're cops.
Yeah, and it's like security guards are cops, and it's a zombie flick.
Zombie movie. Yeah. I kind of like what's Kylo Ren's real life
Adam
name?
Driver.
Adam Driver. Yeah,
He's good.
I like Kylo Ren. That's the only thing I like about the new Star Wars. So
yeah. But all right, y'all. Y'all know where to find me. Killer Film 69 on everything: Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, Steam, PS4, Xbox, Switch.
Yeah. Hey, let us know what y'all think of these, man. I think we had pretty decent chemistry.
Hey, don't ever take chemistry to me. But yeah, we most definitely we can we kind of want to do a podcast. It's been a while, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to be like everybody's podcast and just have a whole bunch of people talking over each other. I kind of want to keep it small and just keep, maybe 3 to 4 people. But I'm not trying to argue with niggas all night either. So, but all right, I know that's entertaining to y'all, but to me,
we do that, but I mean, I ain't trying to do that like on
every night. All right, y'all. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this, man. I'm tired. I gotta work in the morning, and I appreciate y'all for coming through. And if you're watching this later, make sure y'all subscribe to both of us and follow us on Twitch. We get down on it.
All right, put my channel in the description, bitch.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right, peace.